Pick it and go. Pick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Pick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Pick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Pick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Pick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make off with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe down with the gang now, they're here with a lane now, my home second with a ring now, legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the heel.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Then I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the... You from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. first carry for Darius Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, 47. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 45.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. We can't have it. We got
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
2 yards on the
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the... In trouble here, and down he goes. Eagles back at the 8-yard line. Derek Barnett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Yards on the play. It's now third down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First catch for the Washington leader in receiving yards a year ago. Good for a first down.
44-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
On the play. It's third down and 12.
Third down, here's Haskins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Haskins is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. To throw again, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 22, here's second and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard. Week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way, but you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now it's Haskins. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Thaddeus Moss, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Haskins. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Cameron Johnston.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll take over 1st and
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 32 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Wentz to throw. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Gain of 27 on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Marquise Goodwin, 39 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Sanders, the Eagle ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Washington 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
49-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Moss. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Will. Check right 21. Blue down. You go tight. You got tight.
Throwing again. Haskins. He's going to fire one one deep over the middle. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw on third down, Haskins. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They start on the ground here at Sanders, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll move the chains. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
They'll take over 1st and...
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Here we go. Check, 47. Let's go, D. Let's go. Great finish.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Washington 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Too little.
Looking to throw, Haskins. He finds Taylor. Complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action now. Haskins flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
56. Not 56. Right there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Philadelphia.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Will Parks. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On 1st down, Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Second down. Here's Hurts. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Drop deep, drop deep. Click the edge. Come, come.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
56. You. Check
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Deep ball, and this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Marquise Goodwin. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. On play action, Haskins. Flushed out right. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
That's out to the left and complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A couple of 2nd-year guys, Haskins to McLaurin for a Washington 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
6.